I get it, guys. We love being in our comfort zone. We love staying cozy when it's cold outside, cold world outside. We want to stay where it's warm and cozy in our comfort zones. Unfortunately, we're in a pot and the temperature has been increasingly getting hotter and hotter, and we're about to get cooked alive. So, what's stopping us from moving forward? A lot of things, but definitely starts with the mind. Changing how we think, embracing the unknown, taking steps towards our goals and dreams, overcoming spiritual warfare. How hopeful are you, or how much faith do you have? How much trust do you have in the divine? Have you worked on your inner stuff, your inner self, your self-mastery? Are you able to manifest things in your life and continuously increase your confidence to make those things happen? And I know that it's easier to stay, what is it? The demon that you know, the demon that you don't, whatever that saying is. So I get it. I get it's easier to stay where we are. And the unknown is even scarier, that even if the known is to stay in a city, it's about to turn into worse than Nazi Germany. And the unknown is to leave to the countryside, leave to another country, start growing your own food, or whatever your inspiration is, or hold it down in your city to become, form of inspiration for others, networking and all that kind of stuff. It's time. And honestly, looking back, the dark forces will use the weakest person in your link, in your network, to get to you. So try to remember that spiritual warfare is real. With that in mind, look at your life. What are the things that brought down your level of confidence, brought down your level of belief and faith and trust and empowerment? And yes, we are delicate creatures, Yes, we need time to grieve all sorts of things that are happening, and they're constant. So it reaches a point where, okay, I can focus on all the things that are happening in the world, which are going to bring me down, or tune in. Is that enough information right now? What can I do right now? How much time and energy are we spending trying to wake other people up? Is it worth it? Energy is a very valuable thing. And when our time comes to transition out of this world, we're left with, what did we do with our time here? What did we do with our energy? Did we dream big? Did we accomplish the things we believed we would do? Or did we let fear run the show? So I lost my train of thought. So definitely change how you think, embrace the unknown, do the inner work. I'm just about to reach out to a hypnotherapist. I'm like, I want to up my leadership to the next level. I'm playing it small. I'm not doing enough. Not from a wounded place. I know I can make more impact and reach more people, make a bigger difference. And I'm just going to reach out to hypnotherapists, find out all these limiting beliefs that I have, shift them, because everything's mindset. 90% of why we succeed or don't succeed is mindset. If you're still stuck in the same mindset you had 5, 10, 15, 20 years ago, then you're not doing the work. Or you're doing the work, but it's not as effective as it needs to be. You need something higher level, like the infinity healing that I created, like certain modalities that really get to the root and clear shit from the root. So how much time and energy do you want to spend waking up others? I think the time's come where it's like, hey, you want the knowledge, you want the information, it's out there. You can go access it. I'm not responsible for you unless you're doing it from a place of inspiration. And then the other side of that is, when you are someone trying to influence, inspire, motivate others, are you simply preaching to the converted? Or how are you reaching the people who are not converted? And then how much time and energy are we actually spending doing the thing that we're trying to inspire others to do? And I'm looking at it as well. I'm like spending a lot of time and energy trying to motivate others. And I'm like, how many steps have I taken to anchor in into land, home, community? I've taken a lot of steps, but am I there yet? If not, what's blocking me? Okay, book in some healings, clear that. Network with like-minded people. get my core 8 people together, people who are on the similar wavelength. Even within the spiritual community, there are people who are still, I don't know. It's weird because they didn't take the COVID shot. No fluoride in their water, but they're still like, I'm not feeling a sense of urgency towards the solutions that we need to do. I don't see that. I don't see us getting together, talking on a weekly basis, 2 weeks, 1 monthly basis. And maybe that's something I need to initiate. And I've initiated things like that in the past, and it was chaos. I just, so many people, so many energies. Whew. So I got some work to do in that area as well. So find your tribe, align, realize what your core values are. Just like when you're dating someone, if you don't know your core values, you're not going to know if this person qualifies or doesn't qualify to be your partner. What are your core values? Find people who share similar core values. For me, it's freedom, empowerment, sovereignty, being aware of what's happening in the world, embodying the things that we're learning as spiritual warriors. And, the sad thing is, even after all of that, you could, I don't know other solutions other than buying land, growing food, until we've learned to just become breatharians and live off of prana. And if they block the sun, we just live off of Mother Earth's life force, or just from our infinite consciousness, toroidal fields, whatever that is, whatever's possible is what I mean. Until then, we got to figure out very basic solutions: clean water, food sovereignty, water, community, a tribe of people living off the land. Even then, honestly, almost every movie I've been watching with my third eye wide open shows Mother Earth, shows our planet super destroyed. Like, if these guys continue the way they're going, I don't know. I don't know how we're going to stop it. Is it inevitable? Is it one of those things we just got to grow through it? Not go through it, but grow through it. And there's a possibility. There's a timeline that happens. What happens that timeline? A lot of Mother Earth is destroyed. A lot of the buildings are destroyed. I see it in every freaking movie I've been checking out. Every random movie I see, oh my God. The other day I was watching Inception. I was like, that was a cool movie. And I was like, oh, fuck. But in it, they show destroyed buildings. They show no civilization. In a lot of those, it's either a virtual reality, which is the metaverse that they're pushing on us, literally there's a scene in there where people are so miserable. I think it was an African country, it might have been Morocco. They're so miserable that they want to just escape reality, and they go to this place. This guy gives them some kind of opium or whatever and sedates them, and they escape for hours and hours and hours and hours. Because in the virtual reality, time is different. So because maybe that's why there's all this research about LSD and MDMA. Maybe they're trying to find a way to get us so euphoric that we just forget and we escape. They're trying to create a beautiful escape for us, because the world's going to be so shitty. Look outside, everything's destroyed. Mother Nature's destroyed. Life is destroyed. People are destroyed. That's if we make it. So really, really important. I've got my tarots here, about to do a nice ceremony to just get very clear. Where am I feeling? Where does Mother Earth want me to anchor into? And then also making sure we go through that. Okay, in one scenario I die. What happens? What do I need to grieve? Do I need to talk to anyone? Forgive self, forgive others. Okay. Am I aware of what happens when we die? That the simulation that we're trapped in here, the Matrix, heads up, does not finish in the afterlife. There's another Matrix trap in the afterlife. If you're not aware of that, just type in soul recycling, type in false beings of light, reincarnation trap, stuff like that. I'm going to be doing a live in between life and future life progression very soon on Forbidden Knowledge News, the podcast. So definitely check that out. so that you can experience for yourself what possible future timelines. So one, there's war. There's a timeline where war happens. It can happen any day now. Not fear-mongering, just being real. And maybe that's why all these movies are showing that planet Earth is just devastated. Because war, nuclear war is a big deal. A bunch of people. And try not to fall for the fact that it's really China versus America. And they're all in cahoots together, I really believe. And this has been planned a long time ago. And maybe that's why they're running around like rats, hiding in underground bases, I feel like true warrior is not afraid of death. Hey, I die, I go back to the ancestors, I go back home. And it's the cowards that know all the shit that they've done that are afraid. We're not afraid. We have nothing to fear. The fear itself. We know we are divine beings of love and light. It doesn't mean we didn't fuck up at some point in our journey. But we are not afraid. They are afraid. The truth does not fear. Truth is empowering. When you speak truth, you're the one empowered. When you're in your heart and in love, you're the one in power, right? So there's this transference. Don't let the transference happen where they're transmitting the fear, like that movie produced by Obama and friends, Leave the World Behind. That was created to create fear in us. But let's remember, they are afraid. They are afraid. They are the wizard in Wizard of Oz, hiding behind the curtains as a small little dude, scrambling, trying to scare everyone, trying to control everyone. But when he's seen for what he is, a small person, a fearful person, he loses all power. So I think I've said more than enough. I'm in the middle of a workout. Just got the spirit inspiration to share this. So let me know what you feel, what you think. It's okay to be selfish. It's okay to have a game plan and focus on yourself. Because if you are trying to lead and inspire others to do the thing that you're not doing, then lead by example, right? Aries season coming soon. Leadership, taking initiatives, taking inspired action, divine masculine energies. So, yeah, and what are we in now? We're in, can't remember, Aquarius season, and we just stepped into Aquarius, humanitarian energies, technology used for good, right? It's possible. It's possible to use technology for good. I could maybe use AI to create the most life-changing documentary. It creates the graphics for me and I'm just speaking over it. That's possible now. And usually could cost thousands and thousands of dollars. But now it can speed up that process. We're in the age of Aquarius. Technology is there to be of service to us. But it's the shadow side of the age of Aquarius and technology is when we're like so reliant on our cell phones that we are powerless without it, right? So that's the shadow. We've become so reliant, we can't think for ourselves. And all the power is in the technology. I'm already seeing it, guys. Side tangent, like AI is running shit. How do you know? If you say certain things on certain platforms, your post doesn't get as much views. So that's AI saying, I'm not going to make that popular, but then head on there, talk about LGBT stuff, talk about trans stuff, talk about whatever their agenda is, and that can go viral. Share the truth, might not go viral. Share anything that's part of the agenda, this woke agenda, if you're not aware, and that could include women empowerment things, women's sexuality, all that feminist, false feminist stuff. You could go viral. New age stuff, you're pushing the new age. Great, guess who created that? Same guys, same dudes behind the scenes created that. I'm not saying it doesn't have so many good things, but it definitely has an agenda for the spiritually minded people. There's a few things that snuck in there that are dangerous, that are disempowering, and it's a mind fuck. This is mind control. This is spiritual. This is mental warfare, right? I'm going to conclude now. Stay tuned for more. Guys, help me increase my reach. I want to inspire and motivate more people, because you can share information, and can go in one ear, out the other. My greatest strengths are to be an activator, to be someone who inspires you to be a better version of yourself, to go after the things you've been wanting to do. So that, if I can leave that with you, that makes like that has a longer lasting impact. It's not a TED talk you watch and then that's it. Like, I'm invoking the spirit of the divine within us all. That is, the word ferocious came to mind, like just this ferocious energy that is a force to be reckoned with, that is like a snowball that's continuing to grow bigger and move faster, a train that's moving faster and faster. Took us a while to get it started, but the more energy we give to it, and this train is headed to our destiny. Jump on the train, make the changes you need to change. Reach out to someone who's a few steps ahead of you and let them guide you and show you the way. Love you guys.